A few of them down there, I think. And the C-58 still slaps, you know. Let's grab our loadout and just go push. There's one. Can we pounce on him? Wow, he went for the red straight away. How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all doing well. So we're back with a little tips video here where we're going to be discussing how and when to use off angles whilst you're playing Warzone. We're going to cover what an off angle is, sort of when you want to use them, and then we're going to show you some examples at the end as well of just different spots in Warzone, just to give you a rough idea of why to use them. So an off angle is basically where you're just holding a position inside of a building that is unregular to what you'd usually do. So basically, say somebody comes through a door and they expect you to be behind a certain spot, you're going to be in a spot where they're not going to be expecting you, if that makes sense. Now, sometimes this will leave you in a risky position due to being exposed, but if you know nobody else is around, they're perfect to hold so you can take out people. But I'll show you exactly what I mean now when we get into the video. Now, I do hope you enjoy the video because I want to get back to making some more tips and tricks style videos for you guys. So any suggestions, do drop them down below. So we get into the tips now. So, we've hopped into a private match just on Modern Warfare here on Crash, just to show you exactly what I mean when I say an off angle. So, for example, say an enemy's coming around this corner. He's going to be checking here, he might check up there, and maybe here on the head glitch, or even the roof. So as he's coming around, you might do a check, you know, quick check, keep sliding, and make his way to the building. So a good off angle for this. I know the head glitch is probably going to be your best bet, but just for an example, say this head glitch wasn't here, a good off angle might be literally just here, just to catch him off guard as he comes around the corner mainly. Because you think, you know, or even behind that barrel, as he's coming around, he might check. He might not even aim, he might just be checking, and then he's going to come round, you're just going to be here waiting. You can even do a little jump out to get onto him there. Now that's a good off angle for that one. Or you could even lie over here a little bit, just to catch him off as he's coming, because he might expect you to be more over towards the side there. But it's just an example really. Another example for an indoor one would be over here. So say as an enemy comes in this building, you know, you might check up there first, check up behind him, check nobody's there. As you come in the room, you know, you might do a little peek first, check nobody's behind that pillar, come in, there we go. But if you're lying, say, just here as he comes through the door, he might see nobody's behind this pillar, and then as he comes through, you'll just be there waiting, and basically take him out, like so. So essentially what you're going to be doing with an off angle is literally just to catch your opponents off guard, and it gets you a good advantage in a gunfight as you can get the first shot off on the enemy there, and usually you will win the gunfight. Just turns it into less of a 50-50 really if you can get the jump on them, because if they're expecting you to be somewhere, then you know you can take them out first. And essentially that is exactly what I mean by an off angle. Now we'll show you some Warzone examples now, so we'll drop into a different game. So, in Warzone, perfect example of a good off angle to hold is on any building where you've got a staircase. So one of the big spiral staircases, so like this one. Obviously, if somebody, I'll show you now. So when somebody's running up these, they're going to be sort of checking, sliding like so, running up like this. So a good off angle on these sort of stairs, I'm sure you see a lot of streamers do it, is where you just hold the side. This isn't the best staircase to show you, but obviously if somebody's running up and you're just here like this, you can catch them off guard, or even just lying here, because obviously they might expect you to be at the top of the building, so they're probably not going to expect you to be on the stairs. And this maybe not so good because they might come up checking if they're coming up backwards, but if they're running fast, this is a perfect one as well though. But you can even go somewhere like this, just sort of playing where they will not expect you to be, and catching your opponents whilst they're transitioning into a new position is sort of key when you're holding an off angle. So that's one good example for Warzone. Another Warzone example could be when you're inside a school building, So say an enemy's in here, you know, he's checking out all the rooms, etc. You know, he's checking each room, checks the head glitch, makes sure no one's behind it, and he goes to transition up the stairs. So maybe a little off angle could be, so you crouch behind here, and you're just sort of holding this. Because if he knows you're in here, he knows you're on the ground floor somewhere, he might not be expecting you to be just here, and you can get the shot off like this as you hear him coming. Because you don't really see anybody sitting here. So you want to pick spots that are less common for people to sit in, and you will definitely win more gunfights. So just a little quick example here. So say an enemy knows you're like along this fence here. If he knows you're behind a box, for example, and he thinks you're just going to carry away behind a box like this, obviously forget there's gaps there. But an example would be, if he thinks you're going to be carrying behind this box, then an off angle for this might be just a little bit back here, so you can just hold that angle, because obviously if he's coming around like this, he will probably be pre-aiming, but if not, you've got a better chance if you're standing roughly here, because you can even do a little jump and see when he's coming, like so, than if you're just sat in a corner like this. Because if you're just sat in a corner, he's just going to slide cancel you anyway. So if you haven't got a choice but to hide behind something like a box, then you're better off picking a tiny little, standing a little bit back, holding that off angle, and catching them as they come around the corner. So another example is most buildings will have these ventilation systems that a lot of people like to hold the head glitch on. But just to show you, you know, say somebody's clearing out this building, he's coming out, you might, you know there's a head glitch out here, so you might come and pre-aim this, pre-aim that one. So as he swings around, you probably want to position yourself maybe here, just in case he comes around slow, he won't see you. But if you're already holding this here, then you can take him out. Or even just right here, because you will catch him in transition as he is sliding around that corner, and you can catch the shot there and take him out. Just somebody else starts shooting me. Now, police stations are another good example of buildings with plenty of spots that you can hide in, and also where you're going to find campers. But also a perfect place to hold some little off angles. So as you come in, as someone's clearing out the building, you know, they're going to be constantly looking around. Say they've got a UAV or they're chasing you. If you're chasing somebody up these stairs, you know, you might slide around, check your corners. Say you hear this door go, you probably expect them to just run into this room and hide, and maybe post up here or try and catch your window. So what you want to do is maybe hold this angle just here. So if you're running through, if you're getting chased by someone, you know, you can shut that door behind you, slide here, and then just wait for them to pounce through and take them out as they come. Because, you know, majority of people are going to expect you just to run into here. You know, you might be on the off chance the guy might come through and he just absolutely lasers you if he's really cracked. But you never know, you know, it might be a good angle to hold. Essentially what you're trying to do, you know, as I said earlier, is just hold angles that are uncommon to people. So let them check the spots where they expect you to be, and that's when you're going to catch them off guard and take them out. So another example of some stairs would be these ones. There's a bit more room in these ones to lie down, etc. So as somebody's chasing you up the stairs, they probably expect you to run to the top of the building. So you can hold an angle like this, so you're slightly off. So as they're running up, they're not going to see you straight away. Because if you're lying slightly to the side like this, just get yourself ready and come up on them like so. Because obviously if they're running up the stairs, they're probably going to be like this, just sliding like crazy. I'm just looking ahead of them. So you don't really want to do this at the top of the staircase though, because they're just going to come up and see you there. So rather, you know, you want to be a few flights down, wait for them to come, see you when they come, and then there we go. That's the end of the video, guys. I do hope this does make sense to you. Hopefully now you have a good idea and understanding of what and when to use an off angle, and sort of just how to use them to your advantage to get you some more of those kills. I do hope I did a good job of explaining them to you guys. If you did enjoy the video, don't forget to leave a like, comment and subscribe down below. As I always say, do let me know if you got any suggestions or any videos you'd want me to cover on anything in Warzone really. I can try my best to give you some advice and tips and tricks on that topic. So without further ado guys, hope you enjoyed the video. See you all in the next one.